Okay, let's talk about the Notes app. I'm going to share my iPad again. Y'all, the Notes app is amazing. It does so much more than I ever knew that it did. If you've got an iPhone, you probably are a Notes app user. You might use it to keep your grocery list or I use it to keep Christmas lists a lot when it's that time of year. But your Notes app is also great for other things that could be very beneficial to your classroom. So we're going to open the Notes app. Again, I could swipe down and search it. Get it open. And then I've got an icon in the top right that tells me I can start a new note. So I'm going to just go ahead and start a new note. Right now, I noticed by looking in the top left that this note went to my iCloud. And depending on where I want this note, I could start it from just the Notes app. I could start it from the share test is a folder that I have. We're going to look at what Notes can do besides typing. So in the bottom of my screen on Notes, I have this little circle with a check mark. And if I am needing to make a list of things to do, I can use that little circle with a check mark as kind of like just a list for me. And once I've done it, I can put a check mark in it. The other things, and then you'll notice that it moved that item to the bottom, kind of like Google Keep. If you're a Google Keep user, kind of similar to that. One other thing I can do is I can use the notes to do any type of typing. There we go. I can also, you'll notice on my keyboard, at the top of the keyboard, not the top of the page, I've got a camera and it looks like a marker next to that circle with a check mark. You can use the photo to scan documents and pull them in, and then your students will be able to annotate on top of them, and I'm going to show you that in just a second with the Markup tool. Or you can pull in a photo from your photos, or you can take a photo by clicking on Take Photo or Photo Library. And then one of the neatest things I think is I can click on my Markup tool, and I can use my tools at the bottom to actually handwrite inside my note. You'll notice that I have a little line right here. It's going to keep my typing above that line, my text, and then it's going to allow me to handwrite down here. And so my students can use their fingers, or they can type. Whoops, need to work on my math problems.
I saw this a few years ago with the Notes app on my phone, and that's just too small for me. But now that we have it on the iPad, you know, there's a little more real estate to write. It's not so squished. So I think it would be a really helpful feature.
Yeah, so those markup tools are really neat. They will take a little bit of practice for your students, but they are super handy to have. And I also have an eraser tool, so I can erase what I don't like or what I need to. And then I have this ruler tool, and I can use this ruler tool. I can move it to create lines.
Christy, where did you click to get that?
I clicked on the ruler in the Markup Tools menu right here.
Got it. Thank you.
And I can create lines by degree if I'm looking for a certain line. And I think it should make a straight line for me if I'm right up against the ruler. So that's kind of fun for drawing. Now, one other thing I want to show you about your notes is if I start to click the share button in the top, I do have all my share options, but I also have this fun option called lines and grids. And lines and grids allows me just a few templates to use, which I think are super handy for education. So if I'm teaching math, I'm going to love these tables. And if I'm teaching writing or working on a writing project, I'm going to love these lines that allow me, and then I can pull my markup tools back up and I can begin to write again on them. So great features in this tool for you. I know that there are 1,000 ways you could use this in education. When I'm ready to send my work, I'm going to use my share button again. Remember, I can share my work with this add people button. So if I need some collaboration, someone can collaborate with me on this note. Or if I'm simply sending my work, I can use my AirDrop, Messages, Mail, Google Drive, Seesaw, an amazing connection to Seesaw. I've also got connections to Schoolwork, which is an Apple product for sharing work as well. And so that is the Notes app.